Hi quilters, how are you? It's Marianne Fontana, fontanaoriginals.com. And have you seen the AccuQuilt Go Tree Skirt cutting die? Well, do you know you can use this for other things besides making tree skirts? And I'm going to make some placemats. This is what the AccuQuilt die looks like for cutting the tree skirt, and it's simply a wedge die. I will include a template that you can use, a wedge template that you can use to cut it manually. All you have to do is you have your half a yard of each fabric, and it's just basically folded, so I've got 4 layers, and I'm going to just lay them on the die board cut. And once that angle is cut, I'm going to flip it so the angle is directly next to the blade, and we're going to cut some more. I will be able to cut 6 wedges with each half yard of fabric. I'm using 4 wedges per placemat, 2 of the pattern and 2 of a solid color. And I'm going to make 4 placemats, which I've decided to trim the placemats, and I've laid them out so the green is to the left and the presents are to the right. But anyway, I have decided I'm going to go ahead and trim these 2 rectangles. To take my ruler, I've lined my wedge up across the top edge. Yeah, let's look if you can see right here, across one of the lines on my cutting mat, so I know it's straight. And I've gone to the very end of the wedge where the curve starts, and I've drawn a straight line down, and I'm going to just cut it off. Make sure you do it correct, because once you cut it off, you cannot put it back on. So we're going to flip it, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. Make sure it's laid down and that all the pieces are flat. And bring my ruler, just like this, and trim. And I'm going to go ahead and find some embellishments to put on here. I decided to cut out these 2-inch squares that I'm going to use for gift boxes, and I've cut out this little bow. Now, there was a die that AccuQuilt made that had 3 bows on it, and I think it's discontinued, so we're going to make sure that there is a template that you can use to cut your bows out. I've added fusible to the back of both of my shapes before I've cut them, and now I'm just going to position them, and I think I kind of like them here. I want to make sure I leave enough room so that when I quilt it and put the border on, I won't catch it. So I'm leaving about 1 inch from the bottom of the design and the edge of the fabric to place my bows and my presents. So this is how it looks. I've pressed it. I have like a gold glittery kind of fabric for the bow, and then, as I said, the 2-inch squares. And so I have applied them all mine are done. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to top stitch around these. I'm using a gold metallic thread, it's a rayon, and I'm using a blanket stitch at 3.0 by 3.0. Always stop with your needle down. You just turn. And the walking foot helps with this guide. Up. All done, ready for the quilting. I decided to put all 4 placemats on my long arm. I put 1 piece of backing on, 1 piece of batting, and I am free motion quilting the placemats. I'm stippling them with some almost gold metallic thread. It's shiny gold color, but it's not gold metallic, but it looks it. It's sparkly, so I think it's okay. It'll look good. So let me show you some of the quilting, and then all we have to do is go and bind it. I finished the top two, and now I'm just working on the bottom two. I know it's harder to see where the presents are, but it's just a meandering stitch. Go back into the green. I have to work my way back there with some loops and stuff. I found this metallic grunge that I really like. I think it's called Shimmer. I'm not really sure. And this is in my stash. And I'm going to use that, I think, for the binding because it'll look good for both sides. This is my backing. And this is my front. So I want the binding to look good on both sides. Here are my finished placemats. I did stippling, gold stippling, as you saw. And what I ended up doing is once I put the border on, and I think it really came out good. I like the way this fabric looks. And if I want to, I can reverse it and use the other side, and it's plain, but it still has the trim that matches. I did end up, after I put the placemat together, I went and I sewed around with the gold thread here because it didn't look, because I stippled and I didn't stipple over it, it was a little puffy, but it wasn't even. So I went and stitched around the side to finish it, and that's it. Those are my Christmas tree skirt placemats. I hope you like them. The pattern is available for Etsy, and if you've enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe.